Yo, alright, so here is an updated mission 3 skip tutorial. So basically, you wanna have this camera speed. I think it works the best. It's like not too fast, not too slow. Okay, so you just like do the usual shit on the first turret, which is try to stop it like somewhere in between, like the gap between the second and third line, or in like inside of the third line, like the bottom of your camera. So you see here, you can see that the bottom of my camera is like crossed with the third like darker line. That's like a bit too low, I would say. So yeah, even though like it may seem that you have to go fast, you don't really need to. There's like time to readjust if you don't get the right angle. With your first analog push, because if you go when you go into mission 3, you wanna be holding the right analog stick down to like move the camera as soon as you possibly can. So like that, I have time to readjust, but that was like too late on the second throw. That was again too late on the second throw. But yeah, you see, that's about the angle you wanna get on that thing. That was close. And basically the second turret is the platform that like the gate that opens the dropship. When that gate like goes into a specific position, you cannot throw the mini turret anymore. So you need to make sure that you throw it like right as it's about to hit that state where you can't throw anymore, because that's when you're gonna get the long throw where you don't have to readjust your angle. Like you just throw the turret, it goes like behind the first one, and that way you get the skip. So like that, just like that. Like you can move the stick like pretty slowly to the right. You don't have to like go really fast. I would say like don't spam if you want to learn this consistently. Like it's gonna take a longer than with the spamming method, but it's well worth it. Like that, you get it right. That was a bit too far back in the first one. That should get it. And even when you press circle, you can still readjust on the right analog stick, because the thing is, it doesn't throw it like right as you're pressing circle. It like throws it a couple frames after, so here you have like time to readjust your analog stick even if you press circle. So, and that was a bit too early on the throw. However, RNG was on my side, so I got it. There's still RNG to this trick, don't worry. It hasn't left us. But yeah, as you can see, if you get the right timing on the throws, you can get this really consistently. That should get it as well. Yep. So yeah, just practice it with timings and you're gonna be good. Like you don't have to get the perfect turret skip, but like a lot of weird setups sometimes work just because of RNG. So even if it doesn't look like a setup will work, like if the turrets look like fucky, I'd say still give it a go if it's like close enough, because sometimes you might get surprised by what like shit setups work for this. And with the slower method, you have like a wider variety of angles that can work. So like that can work. That was really close to getting into the turret though. If you get inside the turret, it's most likely, yeah, like that. It's most likely the second turret is too far away from the turret itself, like the mission turret. Or it's just that the second mini turret is too far left. That's too far right. That was a bit RNG. But yeah, there is also this weird RNG that you see how the turrets move a bit, like that. They move around. Like the first turret, mini turret you throw, it can fuck up your second mini turret just because it like moves around, and it can like bounce it off, and it's like basically RNG at that point. So like yeah, this should get it. Although yeah, that was too far left, and like too far away from the turret. That was way too late. I mean, way too early on the throw. Nope. Way too late on the throw. Like that. That was just RNG. I don't know how that worked. Like, see, if there's just so many setups that work for no reason, and some setups, even though they look perfect, they just don't work. Like this should work. Yeah. Fuck. That was just me throwing turret too late. This might work actually. Yeah. Like see, setups like that can even work. So just set your camera speed to this and hold down on the right analog stick going into the mission to you know, to make sure you move the camera as soon as possible, and that's basically all there is to this trick. It shouldn't be that bad if you learn the timing method. Like you know the visual cues. The platform, the gate that opens basically tells you if you're when you wanna throw the second turret, and you get the feel for that. It's really hard to like make a lineup or whatever for that. Okay, that was just like bullshit. See, like sometimes RNG like that shit happens. It like just sucks you in for no reason. It's like complete RNG. It's not the fault of the setup. And now that works. And even though it like looked closer, you know. So yeah, that's basically it. So just practice this and you're good.